видим и слышим, как на очень высоком уровне Великобритании и США муссируется тема о том, что киевский режим сможет наносить удар вглубь территории России западными вооружениями большой дальности. И, судя по всему, это решение либо вот-вот будет принято, либо, судя по всему, вообще уже принято. И эта вещь, конечно, экстраординарная. Хотелось попросить прокомментировать то, что происходит.
Происходит попытка подмены понятий, потому что речь не идет о разрешении или запрете киевскому режиму наносить удары по российской территории. Он и так наносит с помощью беспилотных летательных аппаратов и другими средствами, но когда речь идет об использовании высокоточного оружия большой дальности западного производства, это совершенно другая история. Дело в том, что я уже об этом говорил, и любые эксперты это подтвердят, и у нас, и на Западе, наносить удары современными высокоточными системами большой дальности западного производства украинская армия не в состоянии. Она не может этого делать. Это возможно только с использованием разведданных со спутников, которыми Украина не располагает. Это данные только со спутников Евросоюза, либо на Соединенных Штатах, в общем, с натовских спутников. Это первое. Второе, и очень важное, может быть, ключевое, заключается в том, что полетные задания в эти ракетные системы могут, по сути, вносить только военнослужащие стран НАТО. Украинские военнослужащие делать это не могут. И поэтому речь идет не о том, чтобы разрешать украинскому режиму наносить удары по России этим оружием или не разрешать. Речь идет о том, чтобы принять решение о том, что страны НАТО напрямую участвуют в военном конфликте или нет. Если это решение будет принято, это будет означать не что иное, как прямое участие стран НАТО, Соединенных Штатов, европейских стран в войне на Украине. Это их прямое участие. И это уже, конечно, существенным образом меняет саму суть, саму природу конфликта. Это будет означать, что страны НАТО, США, европейские страны воюют с Россией. А если это так, то, имея в виду изменение самой сути этого конфликта, мы будем принимать соответствующие решения, исходя из тех угроз, которые нам будут создаваться.
Shalom, Yasha Allah. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Chakadash. Double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful Lekdakim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp. Just coming up to you with back to you with another war update. You know, this World War III is something that is going to be coming quickly, but understanding the missiles, nuclear missiles, will not fly until the Charagma and the MOTB has been pushed out throughout all four corners of the world, giving every man on this woman and child a chance to accept or deny the Charagma. So understanding that all this talk of World War III and stuff like this, yeah, it may start as tanks and soldiers and taking over this territory and this town got taken. It may get dramatic, man, but it's not going to be the culmination of it. But this is just another update of what Russia has in mind against the West. And we already know this is already something that has been fully, developing. But you had to understand what he was saying. Only United States servicemen using United States satellites are able to coordinate attacks that deep within Russia to be able to operate the systems, as he said. So this would be a direct war, it'd no longer be a proxy war. A proxy war means the country is just giving them weapons, and stuff like that. But now they're actively using their own troops to strike targets directly at Russia. So it's all according to prophecy. We understand that both sides are controlled, by the elite, and then the elite is controlled by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which this is all prophecy, So this is, part of the prophecy coming to pass. And I wanted to get a couple of these scriptures in here. I wanted to get 28 first. I'll start at 28. This is Jeremiah 51 and 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And I had mentioned that camp. I forgot to save the picture, but I had pulled up the news article showing that Russia and China vow to merge in case of a threat against the Western nations and NATO. And now China is telling the United States they're not even allowed to place missile systems in Japan, for how close it is to their borders. So they're pretty much using the same MO that Russia is using with Ukraine right now. But back to the point is that this is a war escalation that's only increasing. I wanted to throw that clip out there so brothers can expound through the Spirit as well and understand that this is according to prophecy. I know there's many scriptures of World War III, but I did want to make it quick, short, to the point, because that main snippet of the first video I showed you is what is a good message if you haven't heard it directly from Putin's mouth himself. But this is Jeremiah 51 and 11. Make bright the arrows, and the arrows being the missiles. Gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. And that is in this case Russia. Kings of the Medes, whoever's in charge of that country, whether it be Putin or the next. But I believe, through the Spirit, speaking as a man, that Putin is, the man for the job to shoot missiles on this bitch. But we'll see. This is continuing. For his device is against Babylon, aka, Babylon the Great is, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. And his vengeance of his temple is talking about the Israelites, because the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai dwells in the Israelites. And we know that this is a future prophecy as well, because this is for his devices against Babylon to destroy it. Babylon is not destroyed. It's still over there inhabitable. But the prophecy talking about Babylon the Great says once this bitch is touched, this great virgin daughter Babylon, it is touched by, these outside forces, these missiles, this opening up her quiver to every arrow that's going to come and melt this place. Then that's when the fulfillment of Babylon being destroyed is taking place. And the salvation of the elect and the remnant. Verse 12, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. And that's what these, Western countries are against. And that standard is wartime. It is time for war. Because when you put up a standard, here, I'll hit this little asterisk thing. A standard is, it says a level of quality or attainment. It says quality, level, grade, degree, worth, caliber, merit, so pretty much what it stands for. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong, the watchtowers. Put some extra guards up in the tower because it's wartime type thing. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord Yahweh hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Because Babylon, the kingdom of Babylon in the ancient world was destroyed as well, which was prophecy. And then also Babylon the Great is going to be used in this day and age as a culmination of all of our captivities, showing you that it is done. The captivities is burnt up. 13, O thou that dwellest upon many waters. And these are the embassies that the United States has around the world, as well as their military bases, and O thou that dwellest upon many waters. It is first and foremost the embassies, because they're everywhere. But also the United States is surrounded by 3 major seas, the Atlantic, the Pacific, and then the Gulf of Mexico. So 3 sides are surrounded by water. Abundant in treasures. This is where all nations come to make their money and leave, go back to their country, because the currency here is way more valuable. Thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness, which is her sins have reached to the heaven. In other words, would be a precept to that. This place is done with its wickedness. The Lord had it up to a measure, and as soon as it got to that point, those missiles started flying. And that is something that will be happening in the very near future. And that is why it is imperative to ground yourself in this truth, because the only way you're getting saved is through a chariot beaming you up if you're here on the shores of Babylon the Great when those missiles come. Verse 14, the Lord Yahweh of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. And that is a swarm of destruction coming on this place. War, dead bodies, UN troops, foreign troops, sleeper cells, that's already here, So they just got to get activated. And that's what's going to happen in these last days, because the war talk is increasing, as I just showed you in that video. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I wanted to show it out there, and put the scriptures with it, because that's what defines everything and translates and decodes all these videos that we see in the world. Like the elders and apostles say, eat the meat, spit out the bones. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Dash. Double honors to beloved elders, again, and the apostles, and great millstone that labored to teach the brothers and me this truth. And all you Akim that are out there pushing and laboring for this truth, warning our people, getting the blood off your hands. Shalom, and Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Rakatam to the elect. Till next time, Lord willing.